MAB board to meet after Peter BELLEW'S unexpected RYANAIR announcement. Good afternoon, and to all our Hindu viewers, happy Deepavali. You're watching News on 2. I'm ZALEHA, KHAIRENE ISMAIL. Malaysia Airlines Berhad's Board of Directors will meet to decide the next course of action following the impending departure of its CEO Peter BELLEW. MAB described the development as unexpected, citing a recent press conference on September 27th, where the Irishman had expressed his commitment to Malaysia Airlines when asked about speculation that he would rejoin RYANAIR. MAB in a statement has ensured that its operations and services would continue as normal, adding that the turnaround of Malaysia Airlines remains on track and on schedule as per the MAS recovery plan. And yesterday, RYANAIR announced that BELLEW will rejoin the airline as its Chief Operations Officer beginning December 1st. RYANAIR in a statement said BELLEW will take over responsibility for all RYANAIR's flight operations, ground operations and engineering. BELLEW previously worked in RYANAIR until 2014, where his last post was Director of Flight Operations. Malaysia has received proposals from 3 companies offering to continue the search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, which has been missing since 2014, but no decision has been made yet. According to Transport Minister Datuk Sri Liew Tiong Lai, proposals were received from US-based seabed exploration firm Ocean Infinity, Dutch firm Fugro, and an unidentified Malaysian company. Datuk Sri Liew said the government will not be deciding anything now on whether it is embarking on new search or not, adding that a discussion will be made with the companies. Datuk Sri Liew also said the proposals would eventually be presented to the other countries in the tripartite committee, China and Australia, before a decision was taken. Representatives for Ocean Infinity have said the company would only want to be paid if the aircraft was found. MH370 vanished 3 years ago somewhere in the southern Indian Ocean en route to Beijing from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people aboard. Its disappearance has become one of the world's greatest aviation mysteries. Several improvised explosive devices of ayats with an impact radius of 30 meters were seized following the arrests of 3 men, including a teenager, at a restaurant in Pasir Putih, Kelantan last week. According to Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun, while the bombs were capable of injuring those within 30 meters of the blast, they would have definitely killed those within a 10-meter radius. Their intended targets, among others, included the Better Beer Festival that was cancelled in September, as well as non-Muslim houses of worship. A 19-year-old Form 6 student from Sri Aman Pasir Putih and a 35-year-old former army personnel have been identified as the masterminds behind the operation. They were aided by a 25-year-old contract worker with ties to known militants Akil Zainal and Muhammad Wandi Muhammad Jadi, with the latter having been killed in Syria in April.
Jadi suspek pertama ni dia berumur 19 tahun, seorang pelajar tingkatan 6 di salah sebuah sekolah di Pasir Putih, Kelantan. Jadi suspek merupakan perancang utama untuk melancarkan serangan ke atas The Better Beer Festival 2017, dan beliau telah menghasilkan IED, Improvised Explosive Device, sebelum beliau ditangkap bersama 2 orang suspek lelaki lain yang juga rakan kepada beliau.
Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi added that the police were considering allowing the Form 6 student to sit for his exams on November 6th with the cooperation of the Education Ministry. Police are also investigating the possibility that more members of the terrorist cell are still at large. Meanwhile, the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA District Police Headquarters IPD that was launched yesterday will monitor the security of KLIA, KLIA-2 and a 10-kilometer radius of the airport complex. Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi stressed that Malaysia must learn from the bomb attack incidents at Ataturk Airport in Turkey and the Brussels Airport in Belgium that were the target of terrorist groups. The IGP said with the passenger traffic volume exceeding 52 million a year, the safety level at KLIA needed to be improved, ensuring a sufficient number of policemen and comprehensive logistics support was ready to address any oncoming threats. KLIA IPD, which previously operated at the KLIA police station, is the 16th IPD in Selangor and the 156th in Malaysia, with ACP Zulkifli Adamshah as its first police chief. Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi said the KLIA IPD would give priority to intelligence and investigation elements as well as supporting forces such as the Bomb Destruction Unit, K9 Unit and the Special Action Unit in the event of any crisis or disasters. Currently, the KLIA IPD has 875 personnel and officers, and the number is expected to be increased to 1,084 people within a period of 3 years. The Immigration Department crippled a syndicate producing fake enforcement cards, also known as e-cards, in Sabah, following a raid at premises at Jalan Tuaran, Kota Kinabalu on Monday. Immigration Director General Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali said 11 Malaysians and 3 Filipino nationals were arrested on suspicion of being members of the syndicate. They are currently being detained at the Kota Kinabalu Immigration Department depot to allow investigations. The suspects are being investigated under Section 56, Subsection 1A of the Immigration Act 1959-63, 2002 and Section 51, Subsection 5, Subsection B of the same Act. According to Datuk Sri Mustafa, 50 items were seized to help in the probe, adding that initial investigations revealed that a man in his 60s with a Datuk Sri title was the mastermind of the syndicate. His activities were backed up by a private company operating in Kota Kinabalu. The fake documents were sold to foreign workers without permits, party, for a price between 1,100 ringgit and 1,200 ringgit for each card. The registration process was carried out by the company led by the Datuk Sri. Datuk Sri Mustafa also revealed the publishing and production processes were handled by appointed agents in Kuala Lumpur before the cards were handed over to the illegal workers. The remains of Shizlin Hathaman, the drug mule who died in Peru on October 7th, were laid to rest at Kebun Teh Islamic Cemetery in Johor Bahru at about 9:30 p.m. last night. Her remains arrived at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA from Lima, Peru via flight KL744 at 2:30 p.m. yesterday. The funeral prayers were held at Masjid Tun Hussein On Lakin at 8:15 p.m. led by the Imam Muhammad Zubair Zulkafli. It was attended by more than 200 people, including close family members. Shizlin, 43, who died from several complications, had served a jail sentence in Peru after being duped by her African lover to migrate and work there without knowing that he was actually a member of a drug trafficking syndicate and that he was using her as a drug mule. Growing needs are far outpacing resources as over 500,000 Rohingya refugees have crossed into Bangladesh.
Did you know shaving can damage your skin? Introducing the essence of Nivea cream, now in a deodorant. It provides long-lasting protection, gentle care, and nourishment for damaged skin. For soft and smooth underarms, the deodorant that cares for you. Nivea Protect and Care. The Nivea Care Sale. Save up to 50% on selected items.
Welcome back. The land acquisition process for the Kuala Lumpur-Singapore High-Speed Rail HSR project is scheduled to begin on November 1st. According to My HSR Corporation's Neighbourhood Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Muhammad Nur Ismail Muhammad Kamal, the process will be carried out on the same day the company conducts its public inspection exercise. The land acquisition is expected to conclude by mid-2018.
We are on track for land acquisition. We have filed for Section 4 for land freezing. The railway scheme, provisional railway scheme, as mentioned, has been approved. So we are on track to start with public display starting on November 1st this year, for 3 months until January next year. We are committed to the best of the best in terms of planning and design.
He added that the HSR lines will be built between 2 population centres and should be seen as more than just an infrastructure project, as it will also impact and transform the economies of communities surrounding its stations. Malaysian Medical Relief Society, or Mercy Malaysia, is aiming to raise 5 million ringgit to support its humanitarian efforts for Rohingya refugees in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, and a minimum of 1 million ringgit to help internally displaced persons in northern Rakhine, Myanmar. According to Mercy Malaysia President Datuk Dr. Ahmad Faisal Mohamad Firdaus, the non-profit organization's main concern is the possibility of disease outbreaks in view of the cramped and crowded living conditions. Datuk Dr. Ahmad Faisal said, despite efforts from the Bangladeshi government, military and international aid organizations such as Mercy Malaysia, aid coordination remained a challenge, mainly due to the large volume of Rohingya refugees arriving almost on a daily basis to already crowded camps. With limited resources in the country already strained with an existing refugee population of 200,000, prices of essential goods and medications had begun to rise as demand exceeds supply. The most critical need at the moment is health services, which Mercy Malaysia has been providing at two of their primary health clinics, PHCS, at the Thangkali and Balukhali camps since the end of September. Donations can be made to Mercy Malaysia's Rohingya Relief Fund by logging on to www.mercy.org.my. And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, MAB board to meet after Peter BELLEW'S unexpected Ryanair announcement. We'll be back with more updates at 7 this evening. Until then, I'm ZALEHA and ISMAIL once again on behalf of the English News team, wishing all our Hindu viewers Deepavali Vatikal. May the Festival of Lights fill your life with glow of happiness and the sparkle of joy. Thanks for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead.